Hi, yes, and good evening. Hirsch Sai here, reporting from Auckland, New Zealand, as usual. Yes, it has been a while since my last post on this YouTube channel of mine. My apologies for that. It's been, I think, about 2 months, believe it or not. Well, long story short, you know, I got sick for a bit, unfortunately, was a bit crook, and then had a lot of work stuff going on. And then after that, when that finally finished, I also moved houses as well. You probably recognize the slightly different backgrounds here than usual. Geez, those lights are looking a bit too bright, aren't they? And the filtering on this is looking awful. My apologies for that, but it's kind of the best I can do. I blame the flat because it's not mine, and the laptop is, so I blame the flat. But yeah, no, moved from South Auckland to West Auckland, now in an apartment, no longer in the nice house. But okay, hey, at least it's something different. But okay, in this talk video, and today is Thursday, the 26th of August, 2026. So, geez, this year is basically two-thirds done, isn't it? So, in this talk video, oh my God, I'm trying to get in front of that light there. Maybe I live skittle a bit along here. In this talk video, because I don't have houses to clean and kids to put to bed, this is basically a very interesting foresight I had almost 10 years ago, back in 2017 or 9 years ago. I remember when I was back down in Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand, my hometown where I was born and raised, and me and a friend in our early 30s at the time when we were a bit, well, I guess when we were younger, now not so young, now we're kind of on, yeah, anyway, but when we were younger, um, I remember we were walking up Cuba Street in Wellington, and Cuba Street is in Wellington, the street with a lot of culture, with a lot, with clubs and a lot of alternative shops and cafes and all that, and it's a very famous street. I guess the equivalent for Auckland would be K Road. Um, but we were walking up Cuba Street in Wellington, and it was a Tuesday night. I do remember that, and I remember just noticing, so many young people, younger people of that generation, basically our generation, me and my friend, we were in our early 30s at the time, and all these sort of younger people of a similar age, 20s and 30s, even though it was a Tuesday night, they were all just in the cafes on a Tuesday night, I'll say it again, having coffee, all at night, a weeknight having coffee. And I'm thinking, and I asked my friend, and his name is Richard, it's like, how come they're all out having coffee at this time of night and on a Tuesday? It's about, I looked at my watch, or probably my phone back then, and I was like, geez, it's like 8:30 at night, 8:30 p.m. And he said, oh, think about it. It's because they don't have houses to clean and kids to put to bed. And he only had to say it once. It just hit me. So true. Our generation, regardless of what you think of it, our generation in our 20s, 30s, even in our 40s, on a Tuesday night or a weeknight at that time, around 8:30 at night, what are we doing? We're going to a cafe and drinking coffee, or, maybe staying at home watching a movie on Netflix, or just on sitting somewhere on our phones or on the computer. And he's absolutely right. Why are we doing that? Because we don't have houses to clean and kids to put to bed. When our parents were our age, 20, certainly in their 30s, what were they doing on a weeknight at about 8:30 p.m.? They were cleaning up after dinner if there was any cleaning left to be done, and of course they were putting us to bed. So it's interesting, when you don't have houses to clean and kids to put to bed, what do? You just sit around, go on the internet, surf the net, watch Netflix, go out and have coffee, or do something which is probably not so productive or so needed. Not saying that that's bad, but it's just something that makes you think. I mean, I can hear a lot of you already saying, "Oh, Jesus, Hirsch, I think I would much rather go out for a nice coffee or sit at home and be on my phone or lie in bed in a nice, comfy, warm bed watching Netflix. I'd much rather do that than care for children and clean the kitchen, do housework." Perhaps so. But it just sort of makes you think, that's what our parents did at that time in the evening on a weeknight, cleaning the house, putting us to bed. And now, with fewer people being able to afford a house, fewer people buying a house which obviously requires much more cleaning and maintenance than, say, an apartment. And of course, with fewer people having children, or having children perhaps later on, if at all, that's what they're doing. So it just makes you think, yeah. So that's why they're doing that, because they don't have houses to clean and kids to put to bed. Makes you think. Thank you.